Legacy financial and operational planning processes and solutions are not optimizing costs, profits, and value in complex manufacturers, nor are they supporting other critical objectives like profitable growth, sustainable cost reduction, and others shown on the screen, primarily because they lack capabilities that stem from effective integration of financial and operational planning and performance management processes. The problem is that these capability gaps are falling between the cracks of siloed financial and operational solutions, and this central theme of solution silos is depicted by the financial and operational icons on either side of the screen. As complexity increases, the impact of these silos is exposed, as legacy solutions reinforce functional silos and promote wrong decisions, because planning models become increasingly inaccurate. At the same time, processes become increasingly expensive because manual activities are still required to compensate for capability gaps, especially in functions like supply chain finance. These flaws have been known for many years, especially by those that have used activity-based costing to expose the profit erosion that they cause. However, siloed solution providers have overlooked the fact that they've done little to prevent the profitability issues that ABC exposes after the fact. The issue is that financial and operational solution providers have not materially improved the ability to plan and manage overhead costs, which is one of the key underlying causes of profitability issues. What's new are innovative solutions that address this issue. They do this with mature supply chain planning capabilities that extend beyond operations into finance and the organization as a whole. In so doing, they deliver incremental capabilities and value that legacy solutions cannot match. This is especially true when it comes to financial solutions, as they provide more mature modeling capabilities. To reinforce this point, comparing the planning capabilities of financial and operational solutions is often like comparing a Ferrari to an old Volkswagen. Collectively, these incremental capabilities provide the means to do one thing that legacy solutions cannot. That is to support cross-functional trade-off decisions, a classic example of which involves the introduction of new products and customers. The absence of this capability causes complexity costs, which is a key source of value erosion and a largely untapped source of value in global manufacturers, primarily because legacy solutions lack effective capabilities for planning and managing costs, profits, and value. This reality is evidenced by a host of research studies showing that improving these capabilities remains a top priority for CFOs. Moreover, these research results are also indicative of legacy solutions that are overstating their ability to support mature forms of integrated planning and performance management processes. More specifically, they lack capabilities of mature and fully integrated planning and performance management processes, which are illustrated on the screens that follow. What separates fully integrated processes and solutions from legacy financial and operational ones is the ability to do three things. First, translate demand and other targets into resource consumption and financial forecasts, another term for which is executable plans. Second, support all types of decisions and scenarios, especially with enterprise-wide prescriptive analytics. Third, eliminate silos and create one view of performance where finance and operations are always reconciled, a key enabler of which are detailed variances that are automatically calculated, which all contribute to the ability to create executable plans fast. The key insight is that legacy solutions are not supporting these capabilities, which is why they also don't support dynamic cost, profit, and value optimization, which is a state of maturity where cost structures quickly self-adjust to changing market conditions to deliver profitability targets. The capabilities underlying these processes also support outside-in IBP and ESG, two forms of advanced operational and financial processes respectively. A key feature of these innovations is that they deliver much greater value than legacy solutions in a shorter period of time, while also reducing process and solution costs. Much of this value stems from reducing complexity costs associated with cross-functional trade-off decisions, which was mentioned earlier. Moreover, sufficient portions of this value can be delivered in the short term to self-fund investments. This can be achieved with standalone projects that leverage modeling capabilities to provide insight on key issues while also identifying and driving cost reduction and profit improvement opportunities. These projects can minimize disruption on the business while demonstrating the capabilities of these tools in a manner that minimizes risk. For example, manufacturers can rent these solutions to validate their capabilities. Moreover, these models can be built in a way to utilize them later in support of integrated processes. In the same way that smartphones rendered many hardware and software products obsolete, fully integrated planning and performance management processes and solutions are poised to do likewise with legacy ones like S&OP and FP&A. In fact, there's a long list of legacy solutions that will have difficulty competing when these modern and fully integrated solutions can deliver greater value faster and at lower costs while also self-funding investments. For those recognizing the significance of these innovations, they are in a unique position to separate their company's performance from others. Will yours be one of them? Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions or comments about it, please feel free to use the contact information provided on the screen.